Hey guys, how are we all today? I am feeling fantastic, so let's just jump straight in. We're back with Kingdoms of Amalur today, and let's play Spot the Difference. I bet you can't guess what's different. Yeah, anyway. So, last episode, I left off standing in front of the Specials Liveries chest because I said that I had all the DLCs for this game. That's including the actual expansion packs and all the like extra class items. Um, I am using. I'm kind of like chopping and changing between two of them. For my primary, I have the Mountain and the Forge. I haven't decided which one I actually prefer yet, but that's the Forge. Looks pretty damn awesome. That's a nice looking greatsword there, and then the Mountain is just one hefty hammer. The armor I'm wearing, I can't actually remember how I got this. Actually, no. For my secondary, I hadn't decided whether I'm going to use the forge or a bow, because last time I was using a bow to just, get those guys at distance. So for the bow, I'm using the hunter, which is quite a cool looking bow. Its draw speed is ridiculously fast, and it seems to do some fairly decent damage. I did some little test runs with this to try and decide which one. But that's the weapons. In the armour, I am wearing the Shepherd set, which is from a game which I can't remember the name of. I'm trying to think. It doesn't even say in the description. I just know the ship was called N7 or something like that. I don't know. I played it. I didn't really like the game. I left it. That's pretty much it. I know there's like 4 in this series as well, something like that. I don't know. I'm wearing this one because the Warriors set, it was good, but it just didn't compare to this. I mean, when you wear the full set, the bonuses you get from this, you get regen, mana regen, elemental resistance, and +10 to armor. Whereas the other set was just, I don't know, something like plus something to armor. I'm just gonna kill that chicken because I'm evil like that.
Hello there.
So yeah, that's the changes that we've had here. I did accidentally run into the wrong shop. I ran into here trying to sell things, and kind of initiated the first part of the quest, which I'm going to go and do now because I've done this quest before and it was actually kind of nice.
Please
But
listen to me.
if we talk to her,
Everything I've done may be ruined.
she is in a bit of a predicament. And basically she was saying, do we have like blood squirting from our eyes and problems with our face and things like that. I don't know, I didn't really listen, but
Why
we'll just
ask
ask.
questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon. If you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, could cause untold devastation. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well.
So, missing formula that could cause mass devastation and missing apprentice. I don't think it takes much of a brain cell to work out where this is going.
I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. If disaster occurs in Odorath, it will be on my head. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Agnurfar Hall, an Irathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe.
So,
Goodbye.
from that, there's some kind of formula that will cause mass devastation, and she let slip. So we have to now go and destroy it. I'm going to kill that chicken because I'm mean like that. I'm going to kill this one.
Be
And this
careful
one.
in the forest.
I don't like chickens. Can I break bread? No, I can't break bread. Pardon me. If you can't remember from last time, basically this
Hello.
Alfway got stabbed, or beaten up. I'm not actually sure because they say
Aye.
she got beaten the hell out of her, but then they say it was by like some kind of dagger or short sword. So it's kind of like, did she get stabbed? Did she get beaten up? So that's one of the quests. We've got another one in there, and there are also more in here.
Welcome to Gohart.
But I'm not going to pick those up yet, because I'm going to go over here to the mission and speak to this guy.
Welcome to St. Odwig's Perpetual Mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu is at work.
You need aid.
We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens.
Again, let's go and find
Mitharu
someone
be
that's gone missing.
praised. His order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms.
I'm not going to ask where to look because he's already said it.
Goodbye.
I also, again, another thing that I like about this game is the chicken. Whenever you initiate some kind of conversation with someone and you're wearing a helmet, it actually automatically removes the helmet, and that's something that I see in very little games. Huh, Bogarts. Yeah, that's something that you don't really see in games. It's just a nice little touch, really. So here's the next mission I was talking about. I'm just going to pick them all up.
Times are hard, but hard times can pay if you're willing to take risks. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, we could use another strong arm among the warsworn.
Tell me about these Warsworn.
Some may try to colour it with fancy words, but we're warriors for hire, the best in these lands. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur.
High respect. Take it.
You could head straight to Shieldring Keep and pledge your sword. Might work, but a commendation from me would carry a lot of weight. To earn it, you must do something commendable. There are 2 brothers, scoundrels of the Red Legion, named Osgar and Medgar Krast. Bring me proof you've dealt with them. I'll pay in coin and my good word.
I'm just kind of looking off into the distance, like,
Osgar hides somewhere in the woods north of here. Medgar was last seen east of his brother's camp. Bring me their Legion daggers, and I'll pay with coin, and a commendation to join the order.
Goodbye. I'm not going to do that because it's just going to give me a book that will fill up my inventory, and I don't really care for it. Upstairs is a healer. Get into that later.
Need supplies? Try the corner shop.
Let's have a look at our journal. Side quests. I'm gonna go off the main for now. I would like to get some of these side quests done, because there's one thing I can't stand in games, it's just side quests building up. So I'm going to start off with speaking to Airy.
Hello there.
Shut up. And just point out, when I said this bow draws fast, that's what I mean. Like, any standard bow, it would take a while for it to do that. Yeah, I just thought I'd show that off. I do want to quickly pick this up. Ow. Come in. There we go. There's also a small other reason why I'm going to be randomly killing things.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever.
And that is why,
Lystrom
because
was
we
out of
just
town
leveled
when
up.
Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange.
Detective.
She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never
again.
eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
See, I'm still really undecided on whether I want to go down the sorcery route. I don't think I will, though. I am going to put all four in hammer damage, hammer mastery, whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Oh, I might get that. Quake, adrenaline surge. Nah. Hardy, Ooh, that would be nice to go into. We're gonna get this, and I'll put the lost point in here. Next level, we'll finish that off and put more into these two. And I don't believe... No, we need 11, and we only have 6, I believe. 7. Good enough. So we should actually be able to get that next level, but now we can do this. Which is actually quite a decent attack. Or so I've heard. Oh, nice. I was going to go in here. The reason I was going to go in here is because I think, and don't hold me to this, but I think this is where the alchemist's apprentice is. Now, saying this, I do actually believe it is. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to break this before he realises we're here.
What is this?
Oh, bugger it. I'll be back in this. literally a second later, and I got a lockpick from that.
What you doing down here? Don't you know Agna Farhold is haunted by the spirits of the Arathi? So, are you foolish or just stupid?
Not
Oh,
sure
I
on that
see. The Twisted Gnome has found herself a champion. How delightful. Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she failed to see the deception before her very eyes. The Red Legion has her formula.
Oops.
Because
Sorry
I
about
gave
that.
it to them. At this very moment, they are moving crates of it eastward towards the city of Rathir, where they will fetch a high price. Poor Nanny. So trusting, so pathetic. Of course she can never learn of my ruse, can she?
No, no, no. I was not ready for that. That wasn't fair. And that's why that move comes in useful. If you don't block the attack, you can just get attacks straight in, and it just completely breaks the rhythm. But if you need to, if you need to block before, that looked painful. If you need to block before actually, being able to attack them, then it still makes a little difference. I mean, I was actually going to mention this. I don't know whether it's just me, but the crates that are, like, the crates that we're meant to be destroying in this game look very, very similar to the Horde symbol. And I'll have to admit, that is the only, other thing I don't really like about this game. I don't know if you saw it there, but I literally ran around that, came out the other side, and stood behind these guys, and they're like, oh, we lost him. Yeah, it's kind of that easy to lose people in this game. Which is amusing, and I suppose it doesn't actually make that much of a difference, because it's not a stealth game. But it's just slightly amusing, really. God, I hate these things. Oh, I just picked something up that I didn't actually know what was. Blah. Smouldering longbow. Now, I mean, it's not going to be hard to work out, but a lot of the stuff I'm going to be picking up will just be straight being sold. Because they won't touch on what I'm currently using. So that's why I'm not really paying much attention to what I pick up. Especially when it comes to armor-wise. Like, weapons I might have a look at. But when it comes to armor, it's really not going to be worth looking at. Purely because the bonuses that you gain from this armor set that I'm wearing isn't really worth it. And of course, straight off the bat by saying this, I find a hammer that's better than what I'm using. 34 physical. Actually, would that be better? +5 physical. I could work it out, but I mean, I think this is how it works. You, like, find 5% of this and then add it to it. We'll see.
Sometimes this is too hard to believe. But you can accept the strangest fact that you're wrong. Yes, but that and this endless vacuity is horrible. The Ancient Ones were here. They delivered themselves into the world. The time-worn cycle turns with ages. The seasons drift along the stream. They wait for the past. The future brings the forming storm. This is no place for a home, for anyone.
There are two people here that aren't going to jump out on us. Oops, I just completely missed it.
For the blood right.
Huh. So, something I have is giving me extra poison damage. I thought it was on my weapon, but it's not. Poison over 5 seconds. It's actually slightly disappointing that I'm replacing those things so quickly. Oh, I need to hit something to actually be able to see, but I think I can actually hit. Yeah, I can as well. Oops. Yeah, so you could stand up here and just pick them off. I have no idea what that was. I think it just leveled up. Did I just level up? What was the... I'm not actually sure what that was. I'm also going to check the map because... No, I think it's under there. I thought I'd missed a shipment then. Lightning. Ow. Hello. I think it was my secondary weapon giving me that, which is kind of interesting. But then at the same time, why is... why am I not now getting like extra fire damage? This one shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that one's fine. Study shoes, study armor. Those were a mage. So I'm really not going to look at them. Awkward silence. I was actually thinking about this before I started. I am trying to... Oh, before you come out here, don't jump, because there is a chest right here. Shadow Prism, what are these? Oh! Press the wrong button. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, before I started this... Ow. I was kind of contemplating what I should be talking about and what I should be saying, because watching back previous episodes, God, I hate these things. Thank you. Watching back previous episodes, I have a tendency to just kind of stop, and then I'm just like, I don't know what else to say, and then I'll just stop talking, which is bad. Anonymous journal. I'll read that in a second. But yeah, that's bad, and not very good for a Let's Play. That was random. They're all dead. Is that the chest I just opened? I believe it was. So I was kind of thinking about what I could talk about. And
Time for work.
I think what I want to talk about is I just basically want to get like why I had to take a break out of the way. Because I know some people have been wondering and some people have asked, but I'd rather just get it out of the way on here. Over the past few weeks, things have just been not really going as planned. And basically, I'm currently doing an apprenticeship, and it is my level 4 in systems and networking. I am really enjoying it, or at least I was in the job that I was in, but unfortunately, the kind of things that I was being expected to do at my level was just not right. Ow. Die. Thank you. And because of that, I had to go back to my apprenticeship and tell them this, and they were very quick in dealing with it. You know, they said something would be done about it, they'd have words, blah blah blah. Words were said, and it really just didn't play out how anybody really thought it would. And basically, I ended up handing in my week's notice. Now, the only reason that you will be seeing videos over the next week, bearing in mind I gave my week's notice in on Friday, is because after I handed in on Friday saying, you know, this decision isn't final, if some changes were made then I would happily be able to carry on. They just basically said, you know, make Friday the last day. And you know, I'm not complaining, I'm not saying they're a bad company, I'm not saying anything like that. I honestly wish them all the best for the future. And I hope they, you know, I hope they really do well. What that leaves me with is my apprenticeship has a month to find a new placement for me, otherwise I'm possibly going to have to restart the program, which would suck. But until I find a new placement, I have a lot more time to do recording, and that's why I'm getting more and more into it. This guy in the background is really starting to annoy me.
Of the brilliant fighter.
This is gonna hurt.
I just completely missed him. That was good. I think he was actually the boss. I think he was. I think he was the guy that we actually came here for. That was rather amusing. Will I reach him? I will. Tee-hee. That looked like it hurt. Where are they coming from? Oh, hello.
Who do we have here?
Lighting. Something so fulfilling about smacking someone with a very big hammer. I don't know if that's just me. It's probably not healthy, but solves that problem. We've got mod break. Yeah, that guy that we killed, like literally straight away. I think that was actually the guy that we came here for. One of the I can't remember the name of it. I think it's K something. One of the brothers. No idea if we'll use any of that stuff, but we'll pick it up because I don't actually think it takes up inventory space. we have one more crate to destroy. Yes, Crossed. This is Oscar Crossed, and we killed him in a matter of seconds. Whoops. Why is there a... Ah, there's not a circle there anymore. So if we look on our map, we have more people to kill over here. Oh no, those are brownies. Those are Bogarts. That's Brother Egan. That's a hollow log. Ooh! Could actually go back for that. No, I think what I'll... No, what I'll do is go round, see if there's anything round here. No, I'm gonna jump around here, get this hollow log, find Brother Egan, and then walk up here and go explore all of this. Because then we can drop down to Airy. And I do actually have a timer running, but I've completely forgot to look at it. We're at 25 minutes. The past 2 episodes have been ridiculously long. Like, I try and keep them to 30 minutes. And yesterday's one was 40 minutes, and I thought I was finishing the episode early. So, I actually started this slightly late, so what I'm going to do as well... not slightly late, I started the timer slightly late, so what I'm going to do is end the episode here, because it's probably already over 30 minutes. I apologise if it's not. But, you know, the last 2 will kind of make up for that. So, I'm going to end the episode here. We will talk to Brother Egan next time. And I shall see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. As per, if you liked what you see, then leave your likes and rates down below. If you don't, tell me why, and I'll try and improve it for next episode, or when I next, you know, see these comments. Nothing really useful. So, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.